Welcome to WAVY TV 10 and Fox 43. Thanks for being with us today. Figured that we'd bring the backstage tour to you since you couldn't come to us. Where I'm standing is the anchor desk. And in the mornings, we call ourselves Team AM. And Katie Collette sits here. Don Roberts sits there. That would be his jacket. And he leaves it in the studio because sometimes he forgets it and leaves it in the newsroom. So that's why he leaves it right here. So he's going to be getting ready for the noon show today. So he's got it sitting there waiting for him. So the anchors sit here in the morning from 4:30 a.m. until 9 a.m. That's 4.5 hours of news that they sit here and present and read from the teleprompter, which I'm going to show you in just a second. Now come over here. Let me show you what we call our very large monitors. We have a trio of monitors here at WAVY TV 10 and Fox 43, and this is a really cool way for us to present news and information. And I get to stand at this one each day and present traffic twice a morning. I get to do, or twice an hour rather, I get to present traffic. And here's another one. We show a lot of scenes. For example, we show downtown Norfolk and downtown Portsmouth a lot. And this is a beautiful shot of downtown Norfolk here. So we get to show everybody what it looks like all around Hampton Roads. And we can also change the colors on our set too. We have blue, and we'll change it to red. If you see red here, that means we have breaking news. So we make it really colorful and fabulous. Now, this is where Jeremy Wheeler stands. He is our morning meteorologist, and he's got his weather computers here, and he is able to figure out the weather forecast each day for us. And this is for this week. As you can see today, we've got a high of 47 and an overnight low of 41. So 57 and 41, I should say. So it looks like it's going to be a good week, but midweek, it looks like we could see some rain. But this is where Jeremy does his thing. Now over here, we have remote controlled cameras, and the cameras are, all of our cameras are operated by one person, and this is what the anchors read into, what I stand in front of, what Jeremy stands in front of. That's very important for you to know. So when you're watching television, you can see what they see now. That's where they read it from. So then when you walk over here, this is the green screen. This is where I stand to do my traffic, and this is where Jeremy stands to do his weather. And you don't see this on TV, of course. What it looks like is we're standing in front of a camera, and it's sort of like presenting to a mirror. Everything is backwards. And then we have monitors on each side. There's a monitor here, and then there's a monitor there, and we can see what the viewers see. And so we can see our cameras, and we can see our maps, and we can point to everything appropriately. But behind the scenes, this is what it looks like. And get this, if I were to wear green, then whatever I was wearing on my body that was green would disappear. So that's why you don't see me or Jeremy wearing green. Then come over here, and I'll show you the behind the scenes traffic and weather center. This is where, these are all, Jeremy's got all these computers. That's his, that's his, that's his, and that's his. So he's got 4 computers within which to work to gather all the information for weather for Hampton Roads. And these 2 are mine. I get to do traffic over here, and you can kind of see all of our cameras and maps. For example, this is a camera right here of around Settlers Landing in Hampton, and then we can load up a map for you and show you what it looks like here in Hampton Roads. And when you see orange on our map, that means we've got some heavy traffic. That's Brambleton Avenue in downtown Norfolk. You can switch it all around, and this is how we make the maps that people see on TV. And I just stand in front of them and point. For example, here's the Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel, here's the Monitor Merrimack, and there is the James River Bridge. Now we're on the set of the Hampton Road Show. This is where the audience sits on the Hampton Road Show. And normally in the audience, we have people from nonprofit organizations from around Hampton Roads that come in and talk about their events and promote them. And they raise money usually for charities around town. So that's where the audience sits. The other thing this is used for is on Fridays, bands come in here. So you'll see bands or musical performers standing up on the stage every single Friday. So this is a really special place on the Hampton Road Show set. Then over here is what we call our interview, where we bring in clients typically, and we interview them about their products or services around town. And the guest will sit here, and then the host will sit here, and usually that will be Carrie Fury or Chris Reckling, and occasionally I fill in and do the same thing. But this is our interview on the Hampton Road Show set. And then over here, well, this is of course our Jenga that we play, but this is called the chat. And by the way, promotions is in here. If you'll notice, we have a boom mic. Promotions is in here setting up to do a promotional shoot in just a little bit, and we're just getting in their way for the moment. But this is called the chat. This is the chat on the Hampton Road Show set, and this is where we begin the show, and then we also end the show here, and in between we often sit as well. And when I do my Counting Kindness segments, this is where I sit. But for the host of the show, Carrie Fury sits right here, and Chris Reckling sits here. So this is where we do a lot of things on the set. And then over here, we call this the buzz. This is the Buzz Center, and what the Buzz is we usually have an iPad right here, and the audience can communicate with us via social media during the show. So we'll have often our Facebook page up, and we can read comments from viewers here in the Buzz. And sometimes guests will join us as well, because we have comedians on the show every Friday, and sometimes they come in and cut up in the Buzz with us as well. This is our intern, Alexa. Say hi, Alexa. Hi. She's in here. Part of the duties for an intern, dishes. So she's cleaning up from our chef today, thank you. But she does a bunch of other things. This is just one of the teeny things that she does when she helps us out. But we have a chef that comes in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday on the Hampton Road Show, and they prepare wonderful meals. And usually they're from restaurants around Hampton Road, sometimes from schools, or sometimes from assisted living facilities, but mostly restaurants, and they come in and prepare wonderful dishes for us to try. And usually the whole newsroom gets to have a little something, but we've learned a lot from our chefs on the Hampton Road Show. So we hope that you'll stay tuned to WAVY TV 10 and Fox 43 and the Hampton Road Show. We appreciate you being with us today, and have a great day yourself.